thank you guys for this opportunity to speak to you and share a little bit about advocacy in action. So I am new to the OSDBU office, but I have 16 years from GSA and small business, and it's a passion for me. I've gone through a couple of different parts of my career over the 29 years of contracting and policy, and just kind of job hopping, looking for the thing that meant the most to me, and advocacy is the thing that really caught my heart, I guess you could say. Is it working? Thank you. So what is it about advocacy and the OSDBU office? We are actually put in place by Congress. It's a mandate to really raise the roof for small business, to make sure that people understand the value that they bring and that there's opportunities for them. We do so much to take them to the next level, whether it's counseling and education, whether it's working with our acquisition staff to really understand the value of setting aside opportunities. It is a huge honor to be able to represent small businesses in this particular agency, and being here as a new employee, it's been very impressive to see how much DOE already works with small businesses on their own, even without our push. So thank you for that. It's not clicking, thank you. Why is this so important? So our small businesses, of course, affect our economy. They affect job growth. They affect just entrepreneurship, being able to stand out. And each of you at some point probably has looked at, what will I do after my career? What will I do when I retire? Do I want to start my own business? You've probably gone to a small business and ordered, some food or donuts. Usually a lot of the places that are small are the most impressive because they work so hard. It's usually the people there in the store that own the store. The moms and pops that wake up in the morning to make things happen. But some small businesses are actually quite large, and you wouldn't think they were small. So every little bit makes a difference of how we work for them, and there are so many opportunities in the agency for small businesses to be involved. The ways that OSDBU gets involved specifically is we look at the acquisitions that are done in the agency, and we look to see if there are set-aside opportunities. We also will be starting to look at subcontracting plans and determining if the large businesses who are working with small businesses are really giving those small businesses an opportunity. There's so many areas of oversight that are very important that are often missed, and this is a great opportunity for us to stand out in the agency and really give that kind of support. There's also internal and external training that will be happening with our office. We'll be training the internal staff on how to set aside opportunities in key areas. A lot of times the buyer will pick what's easy, whether it's an 8A or small business, and forget about some of the subcategories like service-disabled veteran-owned businesses, hub zone, women-owned businesses. And so while our agency has been fairly successful in working with different parts of the agency, we haven't been really setting aside in our subcategories, so we could be doing better. The way that you can make an impact is by really choosing small business, by giving them a chance and seeing them as a resource for doing business. We want to make sure that you have access to all the small businesses that can work with you. We want to start doing some industry days to really identify those resources. I've been meeting with all the senior management to really understand what the needs are, and we want to change really your engagement with us because we are your partner. Our office doesn't award any contracts. We can't put anything in place. We can't meet our small business goals without the contracting people. And so it's very important that you see us as a resource to support you. And my staff is working very hard to just really build their knowledge and experience and to be that resource when you need it. Another level of influence is our policy. We not only look to influence policy and as far as what's already out there, but when there's policy changes or rules are being made, we have the opportunity to give feedback. And so proposed changes are not just done, there is a process of giving feedback and making sure that it's not hurting anyone. So our office has taken on that responsibility of looking at proposed changes and really deciding, is this going to hurt small business? Is this going to be a negative impact on them? Is it going to make contracting harder for you to work with them? All those things are important for us to analyze and give feedback on before the policy becomes final. So that is another part of our office you may not know that we are responsible for. So in 2016, I'll say preliminary success, because we're not allowed to say it until SBA releases the final information, but we are on a very positive road towards success. For those of you who know about the M&O contracts, management and operations contracts, they are a big contribution to us being successful. Prior to this, we were basically receiving an F on our scorecard when other agencies have been receiving an A+. The A+ comes with the subcategories that I mentioned before, and so while we've been really great with small business in 8A, we really need to increase also with the hub zones, the women-owned businesses, and the service-disabled veteran-owned businesses. So what we need from you is to set aside opportunities, increase subcontracting whenever possible, really look at joining one of our working groups. We just started a working group to improve the acquisition process, especially the 4220s, looking at the way we engage our small business program managers, making sure that it's meaningful for them as well as for us. Really looking at the way we engage the agency overall and really improving that process so that you see us as a partner and a resource to you. And just being able to share your success with us as well. We'll be starting a newsletter next month that will highlight where we are with our goal, what the agency is doing, what are some initiatives in our office, and what other offices are doing to help small businesses. We have a great voucher program that I just heard about coming into this agency, and not a lot of people knew about. So we want to highlight all the good work that you already do and really encourage you to keep going in that direction. So thank you for this opportunity to share, and I hope you will, enjoy this information.